What it do, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm very excited to bring you guys another video in my must have must gag series. This is my series I created inspired by Samantha March's Will I Buy It series. I always have her series and the community playlist linked down below, as well as all of the pages that help me get all of this makeup knowledge. And lastly, but certainly not least, I always have all of the items listed and linked down below. If for whatever reason I don't have enough room, I will definitely be doing a pinned comment, and do know that if it is an affiliated link, there is an asterisk behind it. So I did not film this look, and yes, we're rocking a new wig. I'm so about it. I feel like I should learn how to style wigs a little bit better. I did a little something with the bangs, but that's all. So definitely let me know down below in the comments if you have some recommendations. I think I need to do a little bit more cutting in the bang area because I'm having a wee bit of difficulty seeing, but we are going to go with it for today. And like I said, I didn't film my eye look either, but I will be talking about some of the things that I used today to make that look. So if you're interested in hearing about this makeup knowledge, let's just get into it. At the beginning of all these videos, I tend to kind of show you guys any new makeup that I've received in the past couple of bit. And since I've dropped these to doing these every 2 weeks, I do have a couple of things to talk about. So let's dive into those really quickly. I did receive 2 products in PR from Merit Beauty. So I did not purchase these, and these were sent to me for review on Sephora and their brand website. So it has nothing to do with featuring it on my channel, but I have just chosen to. So I got 2 new shades in their Flush Balm range. So one is in Persimmon and the other one is in Fox. I actually have, let's see if I can get this right. I have Fox as a base cream shadow on, or cream blush on, my cheeks today. And if you're interested in seeing these fully swatched on my hand, I do already have that as a short on here and then up on my TikTok. And I guess I'll start linking listing my TikTok down below. I've recently decided I was going to start posting various things there, and if you're interested, go for it. Go ahead and follow me over there. I also did make a very small order at Half Magic Beauty. So they came out with their blushes, and I wanted to pick up a couple, but I was able to talk myself out of it, and now I don't know if I want to talk myself out of it. So I picked up one shade for now, which is Magic Brownie. From all the swatches and just advertisements, I could tell that this is going to be a more neutral tone. This is the blush that you guys can actually see on my cheeks today. And this was such a beautiful pigmentation. I felt like it was really nice. I didn't even attempt to build this up at all on my cheeks. So as you can see, I still feel like I got quite a good amount of pigmentation, and it blended beautifully. Like people have said, it has like this very interesting cream-ish to powder formula. It's not necessarily a cream, it's not necessarily a baked gelée or anything. It's just a very unique formula. I will continue to test this out. And I also picked up a single eyeshadow. So they released these a little while ago. I just never made the plunge because I didn't want to just buy one shadow from the brand's website, but I did pick one up. It's actually the shadow that you guys see on my eyes today. So I did more of like a one shadow look situation, and this is in the shade Wet Pebble. So it's in like the kind of bronze-ish shade that they had on their website, and I felt like this would be a really good one shadow look. That's why I picked it up, and I'm very happy to see that it really does do something beautiful on my skin tone. So I'm really enjoying that. I also somehow picked up the brush. I didn't even realize I bought this, but I did buy the brush. So there's that. It's a really nice brush so far. Nothing crazy. So that was my order from Half Magic. And I also received my Odin's Eye singles collection order. I picked up quite a few single eyeshadows from the brand, and so what I'm gonna actually do is try to make another video, whether it's a short, a dedicated video, I don't really know just yet, but I'm going to try to make some form of content dedicated to that to show you guys what all of the shades look like on my skin tone. That's why I got all of those shades, plus I thought they would actually work for me as well. But I'm trying to give a little bit more of that, like, this is what it looks like on somebody's skin tone of my skin tone, in case you're somewhere near me, so that you can know what to and potentially pick up and what maybe not to pick up if you're interested in similar tones and similar shades that I am. So I think that's it. Hopefully I put a timestamp before I started going on this rant in the event that you did not really want to hear it. I'm going to take a sip of my beer and we are going to get right into these makeup releases. Okay, so I have scooted over and there's so much to talk about. It is crazy. So as always, I'm going to try my absolute best not to talk too much about one particular item, but just kind of give you my current thoughts and like my opinions on the products as it is right now. A lot of the stuff I haven't even had the time to really sit down to pay attention and to really digest and go through my pros or cons. Quite a few of these things also have actually launched since, you know, me putting them in my little pinned section here in my Instagram. So yeah, so much to talk about. I just want to kind of try my absolute best to get rid of things that I don't need to talk about, but we will go from we'll just start. Okay, first thing I want to talk about is the fact that Natasha Denona came out with her My Dream travel pouch and brushes collection. And in this, you literally get a travel pouch with the brushes. The thing to know is that you have to buy the pouch with the brushes. So if you were like me and you were like, oh, well, I could always use another travel bag or pouch for my makeup or other travel necessities, you can't necessarily currently pick it up just the pouch alone, which does suck. I'm sure maybe in the future that would be something that she would potentially do, but to date that is not something that you can do, at least not to my knowledge. But if I know more when I am going through the editing process, I will put that information on the screen and down below for you all as well. Next, let's go ahead and talk about the fact that It Spells Cosmetics has come out with a new blush palette, and this is their Besame collection or palette. It looks really, really pretty. Don't get me wrong. I think all of these shades would actually work of somebody of my complexion or even deeper, because a lot of these look deeper and saturated and pigmented, which is really nice. Just not something that I need. The only unique shade in this palette that would be for me would be that light purple lavender shade. And honestly, I think I have a shade like that just somewhere in my collection, and that tells you already I don't get a lot of use out of it. So not something for me. A collection from e.l.f. Cosmetics is their Good Vibes Only collection. In this one, you get looks to be maybe 3 or 4 bite-sized eyeshadow palettes. You get a brush set, a velvet primer, lip balm, nail stickers, and a cleansing cloud product. Now, this is a collection that for e.l.f. I feel like is quite big, but then at the same time is small. It kind of depends on your perspective. Either way, not something for me. You'll be hearing that a lot throughout this video, and just in the future, I do want to do a video kind of talking about my personal purchasing habits that I want to exhibit this year. I do have, once again, goals for my personal life, and I do think I am finally in the point where I can make those steps, but I want to make sure that I am in the best possible position financially. And so maybe stepping back and not buying as much makeup as I would love to is really going to help me do that. So just keep that in mind as I continue on with this series this year and just all of my other series this year. Tower 28 is coming out with a one-liner multi-liner product. So this is going to be a multi-liner, like they said, so you can use it for your lips, your eyes, on your cheeks, whatever. I do know a couple of people picked up this product and found that it was actually expired the last time it launched. This is their new launching of the product, and I will say there is a nice dark chocolatey brown featured in this collection. The only disappointment I have currently with this collection is that I see nobody near my complexion actually showcasing this product, at least not in these particular photos that I'm seeing here on Trim Mood. Maybe on Sephora, they have them, but I feel like if that was something, Trim Mood would have made those pictures available. So I am slightly disappointed at that, but at the end of the day, this is just a brown lip liner-ish product. I don't need another one. I have tended to, if I'm going to try a liner of some sort, I get a brown liner. I'm currently really loving my brown liner from Makeup Revolution. That is the lip product. Somebody asked in a lot of my videos what I've been wearing. I've been wearing the Makeup Revolution lip combo. I'll try to comment back to them tonight so that they can know. But that lip liner and the lip product have just been my go-to, along with the other brown lip liners that I have in my collection. So for me right now, I'm gonna pass, but maybe in the future, if people are actually saying that this lip liner is actually good this time around, maybe then I will pick it up. It looks like Bobbi Brown has come out with their intensive line where there is a primer mist and a loose powder. So the products haven't become available yet, but they've just been showcasing it. I don't buy very much from Bobbi Brown. I think I've bought one thing my whole makeup journey, and that was an eyeshadow palette that I was actually disappointed at in the time that I picked it up. Just I wasn't the perfect thing for me then. Maybe it actually would be a good thing for me now. But that said, I don't think I need any of these. I have quite a few setting sprays. I've been testing out the setting sprays. I finally are getting my opinions, and I really want to get through some more setting sprays. So for me right now, it's not the move, but let me know if it's something for you. Sigma has done a collaboration with Anne Nuck. I genuinely thought this was Taylor Wynn's eye. It looked exactly like her eye, but it's not. I think this is a pretty palette. Nothing that is unique, extremely inspiring. And if it is inspiring, you know, once I see somebody do a look or two, I have these colors in my collection. And I'm pretty sure I have a palette that features these products, or these colors. So I'm going to go ahead and pass, but I will say this, Sigma really does have a good formula. I really have enjoyed the one palette that I picked up from them. So if it is something that you are interested in this palette and you want to try Sigma for the first time, I actually would say go for it. Laneige is coming out with another lip mask set. I'm sure this is already available, and this is a chocolate and berry set. I'm sure this is for Valentine's Day. I still have my lip balms that I'm still working on. I find that you really don't need more than maybe one in your collection at a time. It just takes quite a bit of time to actually go through these lip products. So do keep that in mind if you do buy this duo. I would say honestly gift one to a friend or a family member or something. But since this is not something that I need, I am easily going to go ahead and pass. ColourPop has also come out with their Valentine's Day collection, and this is the Flirty Talk collection. A lot of people picked this up, loved it, said that, I think they said that the blushes were really good and the highlighters were good as well. They enjoyed the eyeshadow palette and all of the lip products. I think specifically it was the glowy lip formula, which is new to this collection, people were raving about. I didn't pick anything up from this collection. I don't buy a lot of ColourPop, so that's just not something for me to kind of experiment on. That said, nothing in this collection is really gravitating towards me. I don't wear a lot of red makeup or pink makeup, so easy pass. L'Oreal Paris has repackaged their Infallible foundation, and they've actually extended the wear to 32-hour matte coverage. Now, I personally do not wear makeup that long. Honestly, most days I can't find the time to put makeup on, which is slightly disappointing. I can't wait to get to the point where I have a more consistent schedule where I can put makeup on every day, because I truly enjoy makeup. It is a fun, relaxing amount of, you know, just a relaxing thing for me. That said, like I said, I don't need that length of makeup. I do appreciate that they also added the niacinamide for those who are actively using makeup for that long. It would be nice to have something that is beneficial to your skin involved in the actual formulation. That said, I have so many foundations. I feel like I went through a phase where I was able to just ignore complexion products, and lately I've been just enjoying different finishes, different coverage levels, all of that when it comes to foundations and even concealers. So I don't need this. I don't need this. I'm going to talk myself out of it, but I would love to hear if you're interested. And if you are, maybe before you make that plunge, check your collection. Do you already have a matte foundation? Maybe you don't need this one. Makeup Revolution has done a collaboration with Minnie Mouse, and there's a waitlist that you can join. So if that waitlist is still a thing, I will definitely have it down below for you all. It looks like there are two kind of cheek palettes, one that looks to be both matte blushes, the other one looks to be like maybe two highlighters. Then you have a looks almost all shimmer eyeshadow palette and like highlighter palette, and just a whole bunch of other things. This is not a collection that is gravitating towards me. It's not calling to me, and I honestly don't think I am the target audience. So it's going to be a pass for me. Hip Dot is doing two different collaborations, and I definitely did a double take, but I was able to talk myself out of them. So one is Korn, and if you are a 90s baby, I feel like you know who Korn is. And then the other one is Everland, and honestly, Everland was like my emo phase. I don't even know if she was considered like an emo artist, but I'm telling you, when I was feeling like down in the dumps and like full on teen emotional, I would put that song on and I would scream till my heart was content, and I would just be jamming in my room or my closet or wherever. And yes, I jammed in my closet. There's like a little ledge where you can sit in my closet, you know? That said, yeah, so those two things came out. I was able to talk myself out of both of those palettes though, because they both come with a pressed glitter. I think the Korn has two and the Everland has one. I don't mess with pressed glitters. I barely mess with glitters in pots, so it's just the easy pass for me. Mented has launched a concealer, and I'm very excited about this. Mented, I feel like, is such a I wouldn't say underrated brand, because I haven't tried all that much stuff from the brand, but they are a very not a hyped up brand. Let's put it to you that way. And so it's so exciting to see that not only the brand is able to launch a concealer, but that they're able to stay afloat. So they've launched a concealer, like I said, not a lot of shades. I want to say there's like maybe 7 shades or so. So not the biggest range, but the brand does tend to highlight and focus on people of color. So keep that in mind. But yeah, I'm interested. This is a full coverage concealer. Are you interested? I do intend to do some full faces of black owned brands in February, which is coming up very soon. So if you're interested in seeing me showcase this particular concealer, I was considering doing another concealer, but if you're interested in this one, let your girl know. Tower 28 has come out with some things specifically for Lunar New Year. They've come out with a glowy skin spray, a lip jelly, and a sticker set. Not for me. Easy pass. Adept Cosmetics. Okay. I'm pretty sure I talked about this on my in my community post. I believe I did this in my community tab because I was so excited. So not only did they sneak peek the fact that they had a new palette coming out, which is already available and you could purchase, they also had this mystery box come out. And for me, two key things came into play when it came specifically with this mystery box. One, it's a mystery box, right? So you don't know everything that's going to be available and you're going to be purchasing. Even though you're going to be getting it for a discounted price, you don't know what you're getting. So you don't know if you're going to enjoy it or not. And two, all of the items will be available later on to purchase for its normal price. And so with those two things understood, I decided to not pick up this mystery box. I'm sure there's going to be at least something in this box that I'm going to want, but I'm not confident that I'm personally at the point in my makeup journey where I don't want to just buy a mystery box to get a whole bunch of things. I want to be what is it called? A very conscious consumer, and knowing what I'm bringing in, knowing what I already have, etc. So for that reason, I did go ahead and decide to not purchase the mystery box, but I did go ahead and pre-order that palette. That palette was mine, and I did pick it up. Very excited about that. Revlon has come out with some new lipsticks. I don't know if these are new lipsticks per se or if these are just new compacts, but these are their Color Stay Suede ink lipsticks. They're no transfer formula and they're supposed to give you 8 hours wear. Honestly, I would love to just pick this up just because it says that it does not transfer. And I would love to see, would you guys like to see that? That could be cool. Doing a full face of makeup that is says that it's non-transferring, because there's another foundation coming up that I was kind of interested in. It's coming up and I think it's available on the brand's website, not available on Sephora. That's something. I might put that in the back of my head to do in a future month. So let me know. This might be something coming on with me, especially if I can get it for basically free from like Walgreens or something. Stila is coming out with a whole collection all about the blur. Yeah, no, this is an easy pass for me. I don't really buy a lot of Stila, if we're being honest. And the things that I bought, they were fine, but they weren't revolutionary, groundbreaking, or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and pass on that. I don't believe Glamlight has actually said who they're doing this latest collaboration with, but we do have this, and they are sneak peeking that they're doing a new collaboration. I do know that a lot of people were saying that it had something to do with I think, not the co-owner, but the VP of the brand. And this is supposed to be for Valentine's Day, I guess. I felt like this was either, I wanted to say it was like the Magic School Bus. Yeah, with the teacher. I can't think of her name right now, but I feel like it's either that or something else. Who knows? So far, I haven't bought a lot of Glamlight just because I think their formula is fine. It's not like revolutionary to me, but everybody has their own opinions on things, and I would love to hear how you're feeling about that. Tower 28 has come out with some more things. They've also come out with their Juice Bomb, which is just like a balm stick. I think this is an easy thing to throw in your purse to have around and about, but not anything that I actually need right now. So yeah, easy pass on that. Essence has also come out with a whole bunch of stuff, and for me, a lot of this stuff is repackaging of things that they've already had before, or just things that I personally don't need. So once again, that's going to be an easy pass. Billie Eilish has come out with not only a body lotion, but also a shower gel for the Eilish scent. I think this is fantastic and brilliant. I mean, their first perfume was really popular, and I don't think the second perfume was less popular than the first, right? So coming out with products to allow somebody to have that scent throughout their hygiene steps is really smart. And also, if you put a body lotion on, it allows your perfume, cologne, whatever, even your body mist to stay on your scent to stay on your body for a longer period of time. So I think this is really smart. To date, I haven't picked up either of the scents. I still haven't been able to get my nose on the second Billie Eilish. My local Ulta, last time I checked, did not have it, but I would love to see if maybe they do have it, because I would love to try to see what that scent smells like. So there are so many things coming to Ulta. It is ridiculous. Dior is one of the biggest brands I feel like that is coming to Ulta, and they will be there January 22nd. I'm very excited to see what all they'll have, how big of a stand they'll have, especially at my local Ulta. Maybe I'll be able to do a shop with me. I was trying to do one this weekend. It didn't happen, but I'll try to get one up soon. Also, they're also getting Natasha Denona, and like some other people are saying, I feel like Ulta is like low-key trying to like make Sephora irrelevant, and they're doing a very good job at it. The amount of brands that they are bringing in, and these are all very good brands, and also independently owned brands that maybe some other people wouldn't have heard of prior. So Ulta is doing a fantastic job, and I cannot wait to see all of the products that are available from all of these brands at the location, because I love to renew my points during my birthday month. You guys saw that in December, and I think I'm gonna be going ham for Natasha Denona and some Dior in December. Makeup Revolution is also coming out with some blush and highlighter sticks. I think these are smart and could be used for somebody who likes this formula. I, to date, haven't really tried it, if we're being honest. So I think I'm going to continue to pass because no need to try something new right now. I have so much, so I think I'm good. Another foundation is coming from Tarte, and this is their Maracuja Juicy Glow Foundation. So I'm going to highlight into that glow, and they even dictate that this is the medium coverage and dewy finish product. It does blur fine lines, but the fact that it is dewy, I'm just gonna go ahead and pass. Next, Natasha Denona came out with her I Need a Rouge lip collection. I don't wear red lipsticks. It's just not something for me in this household or just in my life in general. So that's gonna be an easy pass. Pat McGrath has come out with her Love collection. She has 2 re-promoted powder blushes. She has 2 re-promoted lipsticks. She has some other re-promoted liquid lipsticks. And then she has 3 new eyeshadow palettes. Now, don't get me wrong. I did a double take. I was crying. I was excited for a lot of these things. Why? Because a lot of these things are in that brown neutral color family. They are. But something else that I know when it comes to Pat McGrath is you can always get her stuff on sale. Always. So I am going to hold my horses. I want to see some reviews. I want to hear some opinions of people who are Pat McGrath stans. And then after they've given me their opinions and after I've collected myself, really step back to see if this would add any value, then and only then when there is a sale will I be picking this up. Suavecito? I believe that's the brand name. They have some lip glosses that they're coming out with. They're $14 each. There are 3 shades. None of these shades would be anything groundbreaking for my collection. And since I don't wear a lot of lip gloss, I'm going to go ahead and pass. I just don't think it would be beneficial for me particularly to pick it up, if we're being honest. It looks like Simply Posh Cosmetics is also coming out with a new palette. The palette is called Berry Icy, and this is an interesting-ish combination. There are quite a few blue icy tones with some warmer neutrals and some cooler toned, like warmer tones. I don't really know how to call it. Either way, not something for me, but I do believe a lot of people love this formula, so let me know if this is a palette that you're going to be picking up. YSL is coming out with quite a few new lip products. They're coming out with 3 new shades in their Rouge Velour Shines and then 3 new shades in their Velvet Cream formula. I could get down with that orange in the Velvet Cream formula. I would definitely need to see what it looks like on somebody of my skin tone, but I could definitely get down with trying that formula for the first time for that particular color. Doll Beauty is coming out with some new products and they're available at Beauty Bay. So they have some blushes, some lashes, a contour collection, and then some cream blushes as well. Quite a few different things. This is interesting. Have you tried this brand? Are you excited that they're now available at Beauty Bay? I don't know if this is the first time that they were at Beauty Bay, but this is a new brand to me, I believe. So definitely let me know down below. Nomad Cosmetics has also come out with their Romeo and Juliet palette. And although I understand why so many people are very excited for this color scheme and for the palette overall, it's just not ticking my boxes. It really isn't. I think that it's cute, just honestly not something for me. MAC is coming out with a Lash Dry Shampoo Mascara Refresher. And this is supposed to be a lightweight top coat that acts as a dry shampoo for your lashes to reshape and intensify your mascara by adding instant volume and softness. And this is supposed to be like a midday refresher for your mascara. Honestly, this is just rude. Who has time to pull out a mascara wand, apply it to their lashes to refresh their makeup? Honestly, when I leave this house, if my makeup doesn't match, if my foundation doesn't match my chest, if my eyeshadow is not blended, if my mascara is dripping all down my cheeks, that's how I'm gonna look the whole day. Okay, I don't have time. And the fact that MAC is now trying to add a new step to our routine that we have to use to revive our lashes, I just think it's unnecessary. It's almost like how many people thought about an essence. Like, you had a toner, now you have to do an essence before you put your moisturizer on. It's just, if it's always a new step that somebody is adding to make things more difficult. It's unnecessary. I am passing. If you didn't get the memo, it's just not for me. It's not for me. Kosas is coming out with a skin enhancer, and I do know this is available now because it's available on the app as an exclusive. So this is supposed to be like a skin enhancer that quickly activates your visible glow. So think of it as a very, very light, probably coverage tinted moisturizer, if you will. I have tinted moisturizers. I like some coverage though. If I'm gonna put makeup on, I need some coverage. Otherwise, it just don't make no sense. I have like the Samantha Ravindal. I can't think of her brand right now, but I have her brands like Charlotte Tilbury dupe. So I don't need this. It's not for me, but if you're interested, I would definitely love to hear if you pick it up how it goes for you. Pop Up Milano is coming out with some new products. These are some blushes, some quads, and a highlighter. I've never heard of this brand before, but they are now apparently available in the US. I will link them down below. Have you tried the brand? Do you know anything about this brand? Definitely let your girl know. It looks like Lethal Cosmetics is doing a collection where all of the proceeds, I'm assuming, yep, 100% of the proceeds are going towards particular charities. They have a rescue bundle for what looks to be dogs, nature, ocean, and wildlife. I think that this is really, really cool. I like the idea of it. I just don't need to do this. And for me, if I want to support these different brands and these different, charities, I would just send the money their way. So I'm going to go ahead and pass. So Look Fantastic sneaked out a new palette from Natasha Denona. Many people have already purchased it and they're starting their reviews. And this is the Love Face palette. So this palette has 5 eyeshadows, a blush, a cream blush, and a highlighter. I don't know if the highlighter is cream or not. I believe it is. This is not for me. I don't wear a lot of pink. I've already said that. But I also just don't particularly trust the fact that there's only one color variant for this particular palette. I've already seen one review and the YouTuber literally said that she didn't understand why there was only one shade variant, and she was quite lighter than me. I will link it down below. I think it was Charlotte Hallcroft that I saw, and she was not having it. So for me, it just doesn't seem like it would be worth it, and I don't want to buy something and it not actually work. I want to buy things hoping and thinking that they're going to work and then seeing that it actually does. Then we have some things from KVD Beauty. Not only have they launched their pore refining primer, they have also already launched the new foundation. So I don't think I actually had the time to pin it yet. Let me pin that right now. And this is the full coverage Good Apple transfer proof serum foundation. So basically, I guess it's the same product, but maybe in a different, I don't really know the difference, but basically if you tried the Apple foundation in the compact, it's supposed to be, I guess, in the same range. Now, a couple of different things that I'm kind of having some issues with. It is currently available for you to see the shades on Sephora. I don't know if it's actually available on the KVD website. I do believe it is. But my issue is when I put almost all of my favorite and best foundation matches into Sephora, it said that it was not available. There was no foundation match in the KVD. So I feel like it's something that I need to go into store to potentially see what it is that I may or may not be able to do when it comes to it. I would love to kind of pick this up in the same vein of that other transfer proof product that I talked about earlier. I think that would be a really interesting and cool idea to see literally if these things are transfer proof, especially because I personally still wear mask almost every day, and so it would be interesting to see how that goes. But who knows? I don't know if I'm even going to be picking it up. It's just something that I think would be cool to kind of test out. Let me know if you're interested in hearing my opinions. I never had the good Apple foundation in the compact because honestly, it kept selling out and I was just unbothered to run after a foundation. So let me know if you would love to hear my opinions. So Shroud Cosmetics has come out with the new eyeshadow palette, and this is their Moon Fall palette. And basically, this is kind of a reimagined or a part two of their Moon Fall eyeshadow bundle that they had. They had single eyeshadows that they bundled and created in 2019, and now they've created a palette. And although there are certain parts of this palette that I think are beautiful, and I love the Shroud Cosmetics formula, I'm going to go ahead and pass. There's just not enough for me to go ahead and pick this up. And like I said, I am trying to find reasons that I should pick anything up because I really want to minimize the amount of things that I'm bringing into my collection. Charlotte Tilbury has now launched her matte blush wands that we talked about, I believe, the last time I did this video. I think these are cool. I just don't think they're going to be dark enough for me. So I'm going to go ahead and sit back, watch some reviews, and see how it goes. Beauty Bay is coming out with a new palette. It's called their Retro Love Eyeshadow Palette. And I like that they have some of the more traditional expected colors in this palette for Valentine's Day, but then they have some more unique, interesting colors. That those top two rows look to be like a splash of pastels with that deep rich purple. I really like this palette. I haven't tried the Beauty Bay formula before, and who knows, maybe when it becomes available I will be picking it up. It all depends. It looks like it becomes available on January 31st. It looks like Lawless is also coming out with some new colors in their Limp Plumping line, specifically the Tinted Balm Stick. I don't actually know if this line was available pre this launch. None of the shades look to be perfect for me, but who knows? Maybe when I see them in store, maybe I will actually then try to pull the trigger. So let me do some regrouping because those are all the things that I found pre sitting down, but I feel like every 2 seconds, specifically today, a lot of things have launched and I was unprepared. I didn't know. So give me 1 second to see what else I can find. Okay, I'm only going to talk about a couple more because I'm sure this video is already over 40 minutes long and I don't want you guys to have to be here for too long. Okay, so Tom Ford is coming out with a traceless soft matte concealer. I know a lot of people really love I want to say the traceless foundation. I've never tried it. I don't have the money for Tom Ford makeup, honestly. I'm trying to find the money for Tom Ford other things, okay? So I don't have the money for that. But I am interested to see what other people's opinions and interpretations on this particular product. I don't even know if honestly his shade range is applicable and accessible to me, but I would love to see when it becomes available. A brand that I feel is new to me is Kulfi Beauty, and they're coming out with their Medney Moment Long Lasting Radiant Cream Blush. And this is more of that compact where you squeeze out of the tube. I think these look really pretty. I enjoy the fact that they showcase these on different skin tones. That said, I don't think there's any blush here that I'm loving. I'm not excited for any of these shades. I'm telling you guys, this is the formula right now that I'm very excited for. I love my Huda Beauty, and so I don't think I need to try this, but I would love to hear if you're excited and if you pick this up. So Hen Dash has also showcased that he's adding more colors to the Color Fluid family. And this is a matte liquid pigment that can be used anywhere on the face, eyes, cheek, lips, everywhere. And so he showcased that he's coming out with more shades. I really enjoy that. I would love to potentially try his brand. I still haven't tried it, but who knows, maybe this will be the launch. Made by Mitchell is also coming out with an eyeliner, which is said to be all smudge but no budge. It's going to be coming available soon to the website. I really like the like mustardy tone. It's not quite a yellow or an orange. I really like that tone. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I have never tried the brand. And who knows if honestly an eyeliner is going to be the thing that really pulls me over the edge. LYS is coming out with some new lip products. So they have a lip liner and some matte lipsticks. So I believe I looked into this collection and I didn't see anything, but now that I'm looking at the swatches, I see some things. So I'm intrigued. Who knows? Who knows? I may pick something up. I genuinely, I don't know. And if you didn't know, I am actually an beauty ambassador with them. So I do have a link down below to their website that is affiliated with me in the event that you want to use it. The last thing I think I have to talk to you guys about is the fact that Danessa Myricks has a Yummy Skin blurring balm powder flushed. So basically think like a cream blush, but in the blurring balm range. I think this is really interesting and smart because I know some people got the blurring balm in the universal shade and then also in like a skin tone shade to use as an actual foundation. And now that they have a blush to like go with that range, I think it would be very interesting. My only concern is I don't know how pigmented these products are because I would be intrigued to see how it works. I would love to see this in person. Along with a lot of these things, I would just love to see them in person, try them out myself, and see what it do. So, today was a very long video. I'm sure this is going to be going up at the crack of dawn because I am filming this at 7:10 and it takes me quite some time to edit these longer videos and to get everything done. That said, there's not anything that I can say like I am picking up. I'd be intrigued to do, like I said, that full face of transfer proof, and I'd be intrigued to try that one other concealer that I referenced that is black owned. I think it was from Mented because I do intend to do a full face of black owned brands in February. But that said, I mean, there's really nothing that I can't live without. I have so much makeup here, so many things that I'm still testing out, and because I've been so busy, I'm just truly content. I really am with the small pickups here and there. So I would love to hear what your opinions are. Stay tuned. In my community post, I will definitely be kind of asking you guys what brand you would like to see featured in my full face of black owned brands of video. I'll be trying to aim to do that probably the second to last week in February to make sure I have enough time to actually purchase all the items. So definitely stay tuned for that. I'll probably be getting up sometime this week to make sure I have the time. And yeah, I would definitely love to hear your opinions. What new makeup did you pick up? Because I know a lot of us are on no buys or extremely constricted no buys or low buys, I guess you could say. So yeah, I would love to hear what your opinions are down below. Let me know what you feel about the wig. I feel like she needs a cut because she was advertised to be in a different shape and she's not there. She's not there. I thought she was going to be like tapered in, you know? I don't know. I love the color. I absolutely love the color, but I don't know if this one is meant for my head. Anyways, I will see you guys in my next video, which hopefully will be Wednesday with my Glaminatrix palette review. I've already done the looks. I just need to do the swatches and I need to find the time to do that when the daylight is still out. So yeah, I will see you guys on Wednesday. Bye guys.